All right, y'all. My name is Bryce, and we're back with Keeping It Local. And today I am here with
Sean Bareiter.
Awesome. And what's your business name?
Bareiter Edge.
Perfect.
We're a knife and tool sharpening.
Awesome. I love it. So I'm kind of curious. What got the idea up and running? What made you want to do this?
Well, I've been taking care of my own tools my whole life.
Yeah.
My father ran a tree service, and I kind of inherited that throughout college.
Awesome.
Ran that, maintained all my own tools, sharpened our chainsaws.
Yeah.
And my wife's sister is actually a beautician.
Okay.
And she had mentioned to me last time she visited that she's got a person that comes and sharpens all her shears.
Oh, okay.
And light bulb moment,
Yeah, absolutely.
just combine the two different stories, and
That's awesome.
here we are.
Perfect. And I thought it was really cool too that you guys are mobile. I don't feel like you hear of many of those people that travel to do this. So what's it been like kind of getting to travel and stuff like that?
Well, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm also a very big travel guy.
Oh yeah.
I've been from the East Coast to the West Coast, there and back.
Awesome.
My wife and I actually lived in this van for probably about two and a half years.
How cool.
Traveled the country in
That's
it.
awesome.
So, yeah.
Wow. How was that like?
It was beautiful.
Yeah, I bet that you saw a lot of people, a lot of locations. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
So when did you turn it into the tool knife sharpening company?
Probably about 3 or 4 months ago, I'd say now.
Okay, awesome. I love it. All right, so this is your working space is where we're at right now. It's really sweet in here, by the way.
Thank you.
So do you have any favorite tools that you've ever sharpened or ones you like more than others?
I do. I actually prefer like the gardening tools, the hand shears and the loppers and stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
There's a lot of manipulation and different paths and pursuits I would take in order to achieve a sharp edge, depending on the tool. You know, I like the standard kitchen knife. It's fine. I actually do really enjoy them. I really like the garden tools, though.
Okay,
I
cool.
like taking the nuts and bolts apart and diving in.
That's awesome. How long does it take you to do one knife or tool?
So if we're talking like a standard 10-inch kitchen knife, maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Okay. It depends, you know. Some knives are a little more neglected than others. Some knives will sit in the kitchen sink too long, and you know that's where the edge will fold and roll up underneath itself. And you have big chips that you got to remove. I'd say anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes there. Perfect. Lawnmower blades, speaking of it, it's going to take me a little longer. Yeah. It could be anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. Okay. Just for one lawnmower. Yeah. Okay. Wow. That's some time. That is some time. And then I know you have some work you're going to be doing today, so I'd love to see how you do that. Let's do it. Yeah. I'll typically start by observing this primary edge here. And that primary edge is going to tell me a lot, whether or not there's chips or burrs on there I got to take off. And I'll look down the blade and I'll check for straightness. I'll check each direction. And I'm looking at, is the knife straight? Is the edge rolled like we were talking? Does it curl and roll over? Yeah. And that's going to tell me how long it's going to take. It's going to tell me what blade to start with, what belt to start with. Yeah. The rest of these are serrated, and it's a different process. Okay. With the serrated, I have these convex diamond grinding wheels. Okay. And I'll basically take that grinding wheel and I'll touch each serration real gently like. Okay. So it's a little bit different process, whereas the standard straight blade, I'm just running on this belt. I'll start with like a 220. I move up to 120, 220, and then a 600. A lot of times with these knives, you got to worry about overheating them. Oh yeah. And that'll ruin the tamper. Yep. Make it soft. Okay. So I just give it some water to start here. Yeah. Maybe. My water bottle will work. There we go. And this is an angle guide. You can either use an angle guide or you can not use an angle guide, depending on the volume of the knives I have. Yep. It just really helps me not get so fatigued as I go. Okay. So, you can go either way, and it's set on 15. Most kitchen knives are set on a 15-degree primary edge here. Okay. And I'll just introduce the tip of the knife into the belt, and I'll keep it continuously moving. I'll check what I did, make sure I'm matching the angle. Looks good. I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to introduce that tip and just keep the edge moving. Like I said, the problem will happen when you stop moving and you overheat that edge. Yep. And like I said, you'll ruin the tamper, and that's whenever you're cutting on that board. Yeah. And all of a sudden you got steel in your food.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Chip that edge off. The higher you go in the grit, that you increase your chances of actually denaturing that steel and overheating it. Okay. Because you're going from removing metal to polishing metal. Yep. And so if I have this 600 grit belt, it's even more necessary to move a little bit quicker on the belt. Okay. So when it comes to sharpening knives and stuff, is there any common mistakes new people sharpening knives do, or that you recommend not to do? Yes. So we talked about the difference between your primary bevel and your secondary edge. What will happen is sometimes you'll get either 3, maybe 4 different bevels on your edge. And that's just coming from, is your angle consistent on your belt or on your whetstone? Okay. If you get off an inconsistent angle, you're going to end up with more than 2 bevels on your knife. And you're going to run into the problem of, as that knife cuts through whatever it's going through, rather than having a nice clean cut, you're actually just kind of blunt force traumaing through what you're trying to cut. Okay. Okay. And you know, as your knife dulls, you're actually increasing the amount of pressure required by somewhere in the neighborhood of 180 to 220%. Okay. So throughout one cucumber, you're averaging almost 100 pounds of excess force. Okay. It's basically the equivalent. So I cut a cucumber with a dull knife. It's basically the equivalent of picking up a 100-pound dumbbell. Okay. Wow. All right. And with that primary edge, if you end up going primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary edge, that's where your mistake's going to come in. You go from a dull knife to a knife that's just blunting through whatever you're trying to cut. Okay. So this is my leather wheel. This is my cotton wheel. Okay. The leather wheel's going to help with a process called stropping the blade. And stropping is very simply removing the burr that I just created. Okay. With a leather wheel, and even with my cotton wheel here, you want to use some sort of greasing compound. Okay. That's going to reduce your heat, reduce the friction a little bit. Like I said, the 2 big worries, the one is the mistake of having a tertiary or quaternary edge. Yep. And then the other one would be overheating your blade. Okay. So that's what we're going to try to avoid here. Like I said, so we went left to right. I'm going to maintain that system. I'm going to go left to right here. All right. Stropping the blade is different than sharpening a blade because you're going to go with what's called, rather than edge leading, right? So the edge is leading into the cut. You're going to go edge trailing, which is the edge trailing the cut. All right. That's the primary difference between these 2 steps. Yeah. Turning green to almost that gunmetal silver. And that's telling me that I'm removing the burr. I'm removing that metal that's sitting on that edge, and that leather wheel's grabbing it off there. Okay. So now I'm going to go from a leather strop to a cotton buffing wheel. Okay. That cotton buffing wheel is what's going to give me my mirror edge. Yeah. It's really important that as I go from cotton buffing, that I go straight into cleaning. So I'm going to be moving a little bit quicker on this process. Okay. And I clean with a food grade mineral oil. Okay. And we can get into that in a second. Yeah, but absolutely. The mistake here is I'm going to buff it and then I'm going to let it sit too long. The steel's going to cool, and then I'm going to have those fingerprints, or I'm going to have the residual compound stuck on the knife. Okay. And you know, we prefer a mirror edge. Yes. Now I'm going to do this heel a little bit, just buffing it up. I'm going to do the handle a bit. You can see the steel coming through the handle. Alright, like I said, I'm going to use a food grade mineral oil here. It's basically going to take off any excess compound that was left, or residual compound that's on that knife.
Okay.
A little particular about wanting to not see my fingerprints here.
Yeah,
so absolutely. I'm going to use a clean one and one with the mineral oil. Customers don't like to see fingerprints on their knives. Yeah. So neither do I. So you can see I'm taking all that residual compound, and I'm just going to wipe it right off. I like a hot knife through butter there. Yeah. I'd say that one's sharp. This is where, you know, I call this my quality check, my QC. Yeah. If I notice it ain't cutting through this paper like butter, I'm going to go back through it again. That's awesome. But we're sharp. Clean. This is a leveling stone or a grinding stone. I basically use this. You can kind of see I got a puddle of water sitting in the middle. Yep. So my stone here isn't exactly flat. Okay. And that can cause a little bit of issues because I'll end up cutting the tip and I'll cut the heel, but I won't cut the middle of the blade. Okay. So I'll take this other stone and I'll just grind into it a little bit. Okay. And another good reason to do this is you'll create what's called a slurry. And you can kind of see it start to form here. Yeah. That slurry is actually the gritty nature of the stone that's going to do the cutting on the steel. Okay. So it's about ready. You can see it still absorbing a little bit of water here, kind of got a puddle. Yep. When I do this, I'll typically go flat. Okay. And then I'll feel my factory edge. Yeah. So it's kind of a feel here. You can also get like similar to an angle here. An angle guide. You can get an angle guide for a whetstone, but I prefer to go off the feel. Doing my best just to maintain that factory edge there. So I find my flat, find my bevel, make the cut. And if I had to pick between, say, sharpening on a belt or sharpening on a whetstone, I really enjoy sharpening on a whetstone. Yeah. There's kind of a peace to it. It's very peaceful. It's very meditative. You feel very in tune with the blade that you're trying to sharpen. Yeah. And you know, you'll see some sharpeners, especially enthusiasts, or if you're just trying to take care of your own knife at home. Yeah. You'll see some sharpeners that'll come back and forth along the whetstone. The problem here is that, you know, we have a right hand, we have a left hand. And with those two hands, you build a perfect symmetry. So if I'm expecting to have this bevel perfectly symmetric, it's going to be really difficult for me to build the symmetry by rotating and using the same hand. Okay. So that's why I try to go right hand, and then I'll switch to left hand, to right hand. Yeah. I'm really focusing on maintaining the symmetry of the bevel there. Okay. I think I just did that one. Right, this one.
So there's almost really an art to it.
There's definitely an art form here. I always like to say art is where passion and time meet. The more time you put into a thing, the more passion you put into a thing, you realize that there's an art form to almost anything. I'm just looking for any imperfections that I may have contributed or that may already be in the steel. Yeah. It looks like I did a really good job of maintaining the correct angle on each side. There's very good symmetry in this blade.
Awesome.
In the same way I found the edge in the beginning, finding that primary edge, I can feel that primary edge gliding across the stone with each pass. So I still have to strop these. There's different techniques going from a whetstone, the difference between a belt and a whetstone. With the belt, I can come over here to my leather wheel and I would strop it there, deburr it there. I can do the same off of a whetstone. The difference is I can also deburr or strop this on my whetstone.
Okay.
So I can flip it around. We've been doing edge leading.
Yep.
I can flip it around and go edge trailing, and I can strop the blade.
Yeah.
Good practice. I also should still go to a leather piece, and I should do some stropping.
Yeah.
And I can do that on my chaps here. I can do that on my boot here. Anywhere I got good piece of leather, I can remove that burr.
Okay. Cool.
So we'll go here, and I'll do a little bit of strop on the stone, and then I'll go to a piece of leather.
Yeah. So when your customers bring you their knives, their tools, how long does it take before they get them back?
I'll deliver it back the same day.
Perfect. Okay.
So it depends on the quantity of knives or whatever it would be. You know, it could be shears, hand shears, loppers. If I'm just doing a set of kitchen knives, which is typically 6 to 10 knives, they're going to get their knives back within an hour and a half.
That's awesome.
If I'm going to be doing a lawnmower, like I said, it's going to be a little bit longer. I'd say that lawnmower will be cutting again in about 2 hours.
Okay, cool. And then how far out do you guys usually travel to people's homes to sharpen knives and things like that?
Right about an hour away from Nashville.
Okay.
That's what I prefer.
Yeah.
I have had a couple instances where I've traveled, say, out towards like the Hole in Walled area, which is getting closer to that hour and a half.
Oh, yeah.
In that circumstance, I would prefer if the neighbors would get together, talk a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe I can do 4 or 5 houses in a day.
True.
Something like that.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. And then what's your favorite part about the job?
My favorite absolute part is whenever I return the knives, I'll typically, like I just did, do a little paper test. Yeah. And it's every time to no avail. The customer is so shocked at how sharp the knife is.
That's awesome.
Most of the time, you know, I know how it goes from dull to sharp because I'll do a paper test before I start. Yeah. They don't really get to see that. Yeah. But what they do get to see is whenever that knife goes through that paper, they cut with that knife every day. So they know. Yeah. They know that that's a big deal. Absolutely. I've also had some customers reach back out and say, I have never, even from the manufacturer, had the knife go through this tomato like this. That's awesome. I'm literally cutting paper off tomato.
That's incredible.
That's the most fun part.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I had a family whenever I did a paper test a couple weeks ago. It was the father and maybe an 8-year-old boy. Yeah. And I did the paper test for him, and he was like, "Daddy, that was so cool." That's awesome. Yeah. That's really cool. That's my favorite part. Absolutely. That's awesome. Sheer joy. Yeah, for sure. All right. So I've really enjoyed being with you guys today. It's been a lot of fun. One of the questions I would like to ask y'all just is, how important is it to support locally and have a community that supports you? It's the most important.
Yeah.
You are the people that you surround yourself with.
Yep.
When it comes to small businesses, I feel like we're almost stepping away from really diving in and seeing what the community has to offer.
Yeah, yeah.
Part of modern day economy is really lost in, you know, if you send something to Amazon, oh, we can take that mistake. If you send something to any big name institution, you're gonna get lost in the mistakes that they make. Whereas the small business really can't afford the type of mistakes that say they could just brush off. So it's really the most important thing you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And then having a family, what's that like, having a job and being together and having family time over work time?
It's the best. Family time is work time. Yeah. Work time is family time.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't want anything else, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I could spend more time with my family, that's what keeps me here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you guys have a beautiful family.
Thank you.
And I've enjoyed this a lot. One of the other questions I like to ask is just, for someone else that wants to start a business, even a tool and sharpening business, what would you say to them?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Don't hold yourself back.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something, make sure you commit all of what you have to what you do.
Absolutely. And then what's it like kind of running the business together?
It's a lot of fun. we've taken on a lot of projects together in our lives, and well, it is just a lot of fun getting to be together while we do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Within human nature, everything is decided upon what we value is what we act on.
Yeah.
So every time we make a decision or we act towards a thing, we're displaying our value. Say if I want to go brush my teeth, that's letting everybody know I value brushing my teeth. So whenever I'm approaching the market, just realize that the decisions you make, where you put your money, who you spend your money on, that's letting the entire market know that that's what the market should value.
Yeah.
And there's never going to be a system that can outcompete 350 million minds all making value-based decisions at the same time.
Yeah.
This is capitalism. This is what allows small businesses to grow and flourish.
Yeah.
So pay attention to where you put your money. Pay attention to who you're giving your money to.
Yeah.
Show the market what is valuable.
Yeah. Absolutely.